What's up, world? It's your boy AJ the Black World Traveler, and today I am doing a video on part 2, how black people can become successful in our communities and how we can basically go back to where we were back in the days. So the first thing we have to learn is that we have to learn financial education. We have to understand finances, understand money. We gotta teach everybody, reach one, teach one, teach each person how our dollar circulates out of our community. You have to teach that to the young people and the older people.
Since 2008, I've been trying to convince people of the myth of black buying power. With there now being some renewed focus on black methods of resistance, specifically recent calls to boycott and move money to black banks, the myth has renewed energy.
When you understand that our dollar goes out of our community faster than any other community, we just have to fix that.
There have been a number of efforts over the years that have called for African Americans to, for blacks to support black businesses and support black banks. And we need to do it anyway. And if the shooting stops tomorrow, we need to keep this going. And here's the reason why. We have tremendous spending power, but it does us no good because we spend it outside of our community. The average time that a black dollar stays in the black community is 6 hours. So you get paid on Friday at 5, and all of our money essentially is out of our community by Friday at 11. Once we hit the club, it's gone.
If we fix that and start having our money come back into our community, we can make it. We can be successful again, and we can have very, very profitable areas to live in. We can be a very profitable race of people because we did have that at once. Even though a lot of our neighborhoods were burnt down, when we had most of our black businesses in black neighborhoods, we had all our own businesses. We owned homes. Right after slavery, from Black Wall Street to Rosewood in Florida. There's a lot of areas, Chicago, Kansas City, Oakland, California, even LA, California, a lot of places where black people moved to, we had a lot of influence. Our dollar was heavy, and it circulated heavily into our communities. And that's the reason why a lot of these laws, as far as like when you had to drink in a white fountain or a black fountain in a black bathroom, white bathroom, those things were dropped because the white people in America realized that our dollar was very strong and powerful, and if basically us being united was a threat to most of the country. So the thing was to give us access to the white schools and colleges and in their restaurants, and that was the whole thing about passing that law, because without our dollar circulating, the economy is not that strong without our dollar. So we have to teach that. And number 2, we have to just the violence on each other, the black on black crime. We have to stop that. I mean, I know it's most every race of people majority of people in their race get killed by their own people in their race. Like, they don't really advertise that. Like, most Asians get killed by Asians, most whites get killed by whites, most blacks get killed by blacks. It's just how it is. Because most people will harm the ones in their neighborhood. So you have to stop all these things from happening, because when you have no unity and everybody's always trying to take from you and hurt you, it can cause a lot of problems. Number 3, we have to teach and actually rethink and reteach the way we deal with the law. The no snitch law thing in the hood is the worst thing ever created, because if something bad happens, say your mother gets shot by a gang member and you snitch, the gangs will come kill you. I don't understand that. Because if you had the courage to do the crime and shoot somebody, especially an innocent person, you should do the time. So the no snitch thing in the neighborhoods is very, very the wrong thing, because no snitching goes for like a kid can get killed by somebody, or an adult can get killed by somebody, and the hood say you shouldn't say anything. That's stupid. So that mentality, that is the main thing that's keeping us down, is a no snitching law, because a no snitching thing doesn't make any sense. It never will make any sense to me, because if you commit a crime, you should be able to do that time. If you hurt somebody, that killed somebody, you should confess and say you did it, except, that person going to the grave with no justice. Number 3, main thing we got to do in our community now is just teach each other. We have to teach ourselves how to love. Like, you got to learn how to love yourself and love your people. Except for, a lot of brothers, I can't speak for sisters, but a lot of brothers, they'll be mean mugging you if they don't know you, and they'll look at you crazy. We gotta quit that. Like, number 4, we have to change the rules of, because you don't know somebody, you harass them or you rob them because they're not from your neighborhood. We have to stop that, because I can go into a black neighborhood, and 9 times out of 10, if I'm not from there, I can get harassed at any time. You get, hey, what set you from, or where you from? People, the youngsters will sweat you, or the dope dealers will sweat you, or the D-boys or the gangsters will sweat you. We have to kill that in our community, because it's crazy. You could be from Florida, you can go to a neighborhood in Compton somewhere, or you can be from Compton and go in a neighborhood in Florida somewhere, and if they don't know you, they're going to question you, and that's what we have to get out of, like that thing of checking where you are. Because if a white person walks in a white neighborhood, you won't have that problem. You mostly have it in the black and Latino neighborhoods. If a black person is walking through a black neighborhood and they don't know who that person is, they'll sweat you, which is very stupid. Same as the Latinos. You have a Latino see somebody they ain't never seen before. Hey, man, where you from, bro? They'll do that. But we have to stop that as black people. We have to stop having that as one of our things that we check on, like checking, what they call it, checking in or whatever, or you just checking somebody to see where they're from. I mean, that's our main thing. We can't walk in our own neighborhoods in any part of the United States without being sweated by somebody. If they don't know your face, you automatically are going to get sweated by them, which is stupid. We have to kill that thing. That's one of the main things that kills us. We can't go to other black neighborhoods and just try to get along because somebody wants to try to prove something. And if you're not from that place, you probably got to fight somebody, or might have to shoot somebody or get stabbed or whatever. We have to kill that noise for sure. We have to learn how to make better decisions when it comes to having children, raising children. We have to come with more ways of being able to work together. Because right now, black men and black women are at odds. After the pandemic, most of the black women in America, their standards got really, really high, which is crazy. Because the pandemic was the most graphic, one of the most severe things that ever happened to us in U.S. history since I've been alive, to go through a pandemic and to basically, most people lost their jobs, people went into deep depression, because basically your money was, you really couldn't go out, your money was in the account, you didn't know how you were going to work. So, our country, we got stimulus checks and everything, but still, you would think after all the stuff we went through and how hard it was out of COVID, that women would not think this way. But women want a man to do a lot more. They don't want to, be with a man and, hey, let's put our chips together, go halfway on everything. I don't believe in going on a date with a woman, and you invite a woman to a date, you shouldn't expect no 50-50. I'm never going to agree with that if you want to go on a date with a woman. But a woman should not expect you to, $300 dinner on the first date. You're getting to know each other. So if you start out at a date where you're already spending a lot of money, usually it's not going to work out well. Because if you do that for a woman, she's going to expect it all the time. And so the thing is, we have to change that mentality. The women have to change the mentality of thinking a man has to, basically, if you guys decide to be in a relationship that he has to cover 100% or 80%, you only cover 20%, if I have to do that, I'll stay by myself. Unless my wife or my girlfriend's going to do something to me where it takes slack off of me, I'll take more. If I'm with a woman and we're together and we decide to live together, number one, if I'm dating a woman and we get along well, it's no use of us living in 2 different places. If we want to be together, I believe in going to one place, but I've lived with a woman once and I moved in her place. I don't like that feeling. I kind of like having my own space because I'm a man, and because she can get mad at any time and make me leave. So these are some other tips that I think they'll help us. Well, I know that will help us for sure as a race of people to get farther ahead than where we are now, because right now we're in a bad position as black people, black Americans. We have a lot of problems. The black men and black women not seeing eye to eye. A lot of black men are not even dating in the U.S. no more, or they're not dating women in their community no more. They're dating other than black, because black women, a lot of y'all are very delusional, and you guys have a lot of these things that you just expect us to do. You just expect us to do a lot of things, and it's just not fair, especially after all the things we've been through with COVID, and pre and post COVID and the way things have been. You think that the woman would be more understandable. She's at least understandable now that we've gotten past this stage. So these things can help us in our community. So if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. It's your boy AJ the Black World Traveler. I am out.